pictures, which I can only imagine they're X-rated pictures. She likes to say things like, being a prison wife is expensive, and I'm realizing that now because not only do I have my own bills, I still help him. He doesn't ask me for money though. It's just one thing that if I do, it's because I want to. I feel like it's my responsibility as a prison wife. Which, side note, a lot of inmates have stated that when it comes to picking a pen pal, if they have a choice, they do not go for the girls that are aesthetically conventionally the most attractive. They will go for the ones that they believe are the most desperate, the one that is craving a compliment, dying for attention, because that is who is going to put money in their commissary. It's like a job. You want minimum effort, maximum financial reward. They sit there, write letters. It takes time, but the inmates have time and they get
Like
taken care of
OnlyFans.
through financial ways.
Not the
I don't think
OnlyFans.
Ash Treviro will agree with this sentiment.
Yeah, she might think that she is the love of their life, the apple to their eyes. They're all peas in a pod. And if you send pictures, like Ash Trevino has sent 120 plus pictures in one go, to be exact,
What
they
isn't-
will 99% of the time pass around those pictures. It is said that they have
Oh.
no respect for any
Okay,
of
my
these. I mean,
stream's
maybe
working.
if maybe an
Huzzah!
inmate was with their partner before going to
Nah, like, because King Von, because I watch documentaries on him, he would be like, yeah, I would pass it over if it's not your main base or whatever, stuff like that. Yeah, so, like, yeah. Crazy.
they perhaps
Crazy
don't want to
stuff,
share those
crazy
pictures, but they
stuff.
will pass around pictures.
It's a shot.
Having an amazing product.
You're awesome. I do not care for a thing. I'm sorry.
But you're right.
Yeah?
Is it okay if you share chat again?
Oh, shit, it's not share chatting. Yeah, I'll do it.
No,
It's
because
like,
my
my
thing
fault.
crashed. It
That's
crashed
crazy.
again. So beautiful.
It is all good, gang. It is all good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. My fault, my fault.
Thank you.
That's settings. There we go. There we go. And we started again.
Yay.
Yippee.
Yay.
Ah, there we go. Wait, what do you call your fans again?
My fans? I always call them my blossoms. My blossoms. Oh, your.
Oh, shit.
Oh
Yo,
my
Cyan
god!
Kincaid. W raid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the raid, gang.
Get that raid. Yeah, see,
What
as
we
you
got,
should,
what
as you
was
should.
running?
Give him that raid. Give him that
Yo,
raid.
thanks for the follow, gang. Oh my god.
Hey, hey.
Yo, for anyone joining, I am Yurei. I am a yokai VTuber. I am collaborating here with my friend, Disco the Crystal. She's a magical girl VTuber. And we are running reactions today. Right now, we're watching an Ash Trevino video by Rotten Mango. I have no idea who the hell this person is, and she sounds unhinged. What were you guys running, by the way? What were you guys streaming? I can't tell because my fucking shit PC. What are you guys running? What are you guys running? Welcome. How
Welcome,
y'all doing? Thanks for the follow,
everyone.
by the way.
Welcome.
Yeah. Please go follow her, by the way. She's awesome.
Wow.
DBD. I got you.
Whoa.
DBD do be, nice. Kazuki's powered. Aw.
Damn.
Dude, electricity be, opposition sometimes. It was probably Eve or fucking Vimshi. Vimshi, the Wi-Fi VTuber? Probably. Yeah. They're lactose intolerant, so I don't know why they keep eating cheese. But yeah, welcome on in. We're reacting to it's a massive reaction day. We're reacting to worst TikTok mom loves to date killers in prison and makes daughters call him daddy. Ash Trevino video. Mm-hmm.
Is
Shinkai power came by and took the power with him. Basically, yeah, the Shinkai curse again, bro. I don't know what to tell you. This is a curse. Alright. Yo, chat. Let's lock in. Continue.
Yes.
Shopify.com/rotten.
Shout out on Mango. Shout out Kazuki.
Rotten
And
Mango.
shout out Sign King.
www.
Oh my god, I'm an asshole. Hold on. How do I need to shout out? Shout out Cyan _Kincaid. And then I gotta shout out Kazu as well. That's my goat. After the timer runs out. Because they're both my goats. W's in the chats.
W's
You know what I
in
mean?
the shots.
Massive W's in the chats. big penis energy. You know what I mean? Big peen energy.
Big schlongy energy. Big schlongy.
Big schlong, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Big schlong energy from everyone around.
Oh,
That's right.
yes.
Pictures with Isaiah
Mhm.
Gonzalez, which are just pictures by herself holding his picture because he's incarcerated. They're not going to let him out and take furlough to take wedding pics. So it's just her in the middle of the road, a
Wow.
literal road, wearing a black dress and a white flower crown, writing, "There is going to be a long road ahead of us in this journey, but with God, we will get to live right here in the I'm walking that road alone."
Saya, thank you for the follow.
Hence why she's on the road. And to give
Doubly
you
follow.
credit,
You
the road is empty.
thank
I'm
you.
walking that road alone, but even though he wasn't there physically, he's still here with me
She's
in this pic. This life isn't for everyone, but it is for me. Hashtag Mrs. Gonzalez.
You wanna go lurk and grab some
My life
food?
is
I
behind
bet.
these
Thank you for the
walls.
lurk, gang. Go grab some food. Go get
Nice.
comfortable. Go get comfortable because we be reacting. It's a little watch party, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Little watch
sir.
party.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Get the snacks and drinks
Mhm.
and shit.
Yeah.
Light. On a live stream, Ashley is telling the story of how she first met Isaiah because people start bringing it up. They're like, okay, so Jesse was not your first prison boyfriend, your first inmate boyfriend. So who is Isaiah that we found on your Instagram? And she says, well, everyone's wondering why this has happened. Oh, by the way, it is speculated that for all of her prison boyfriends, she's met some of them through Write a Prisoner, websites where you can see pictures of prisoners and decide if you want to be their pen pal or not.
Oh my god.
But those who know how the prison system works, they speculate that she is pretty well known in certain prisons, that she will talk to an inmate, they will recommend her to other fellow inmates. They'll say, hey, talk to this girl because she's going to put some money in your commissary.
That's crazy.
And she,
Ooh.
for the lack of better phrasing, gets passed around, as in her number and contact information to other inmates.
Bro,
But with Isaiah, she says, I actually knew him
crazy.
before.
Yo,
She
getting
says-
passed around in pen pal format is insane. That's hilarious, actually. Pass around in pen pal format. I'm fucking dying.
My prison life started in 2019. I reconnected with an old childhood friend, okay? She says okay a lot. She also says just kidding a lot, when she's definitely not just kidding.
So, my prison life started in 2019. I reconnected with an old childhood friend, okay? Yes, I am 6 years older than this man. He is still currently serving time in TDC. So we reconnected back in March of 2019. We wrote snail mail letters up until August 2019. Then I set the phone up for this man. On our first phone call, he asked me to marry him. I liked him, so I said yes, and I've known him for years. So after 10 years of not seeing each other, he puts me on his visitation list. I come to go visit him. I drive almost 3 hours, and then we start the marriage process.
Immediately?
We get
Wow,
married in November of 2019. But mind you, I was visiting this man every weekend up until 2020. Then COVID hits, and they shut visits down completely in March.
I knew him since since he was 11. I knew him since he was 11 and I was like 15 or 16, maybe younger, because I was like 15. So he had to have been like 9 when I first met him.
Dang.
No way. What the
Disco, have you ever in high school, like grade 11, right, been thinking about 9-year-olds?
No. No? Question mark? Ew. Have you?
Fuck no, dude. I couldn't even comprehend dating someone a year younger, let alone someone 9 years old back then. Oh god.
God.
Ugh.
They used to go to our church.
Church.
I remember telling his mom, because I always thought he was a cute little boy, but I was older and I was already dating the kid's dad, so I couldn't be with him.
I was dating the kid's dad.
Yeah, they were high school sweethearts. So she was dating someone age appropriate because she's 15. He was like 15, I think. He was around
Oh.
the same age as her.
Oh.
And she was interested in a 9-year-old boy.
Oh.
Yeah, which is very alarming.
Wait, I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
What? Someone's dad meet?
The kid's dad. So she has 2 daughters. Their biological father is her
Oh.
high school sweetheart
Got it.
that she started dating when she was 15.
Ah.
But she's saying, when I was 15, I was dating my kid's father.
Oh.
You know, my kid's father, not his dad.
Oh,
You know, but
okay.
he
It's
was
just like,
9.
okay.
And I couldn't be with him, you know? And she says, once I got married, you know, I used to always tell his mom. She used to tell Isaiah's mom, you know, because he grew up quick. I would tell his mom, like, I'm going to be your daughter-in-law one day. I'm going to be your daughter-in-law one day. And she's like, no, you're not. My son is too young for you. And then in 2019, I reconnected with her son.
In prison.
Yeah. Which is incredibly creepy, but she clarifies, okay, Isaiah was a minor when we first met, but I didn't date him when he was a minor. I'm not sure how she thought that sentence would help her case.
Yeah.
She gets 3 tattoos of Isaiah on her. One of their wedding date on her finger, Isaiah on one wrist, Gonzalez on the other wrist, and these tattoos are huge. It would be more inconspicuous for her to wear 5 Apple Watches on one hand. It's that aggressively
Like
noticeable.
on top?
Yeah.
On top, and it's just like massive cursive. The whole
You gotta wear 3 rollies on your wrist, you know what I mean?
Months,
Call that bitch a
announces
gauntlet.
her divorce. But one thing that really got me is that Ashley explains that Isaiah went into prison at 15 and he won't be eligible for parole until 2032. And if he doesn't get parole, he's not going to be released until 2055. So people are like, that's a very long time for a 15-year-old to get sentenced. 40 years for a 15-year-old to get sentenced. Whatever he did must be really bad because he was 15. So they start looking into his criminal history. 1 count of aggravated robbery, 1 count arson, and 1 count of murder. Sentenced to 45 years in prison. When Isaiah was 15 years old, he was involved in a very, very well, meticulously planned robbery that ends in a man's murder. His friend Ruben was working at an Exxon gas station when Muhammad, his boss, decides he's going to go make a night bank deposit. He's going to take cash from the gas station and deposit it at the bank. Ruben texts his friends, 2 other people and Isaiah, so 3 people. They're in a car waiting for Muhammad. They catch him on the road and they stop him. They rob him of all his cash. They know exactly which route he takes, which bank he was going to, how much he has. This is all a very well thought out plan, meticulously done. They pull up to stop him and one of the friends ends up
Draw some shit? Someone just redeemed draw some shit. You know what? I'm gonna draw some right now.
Yay! Oh my god!
It's gonna be really quick. It's gonna be really quick. Someone redeemed it. I have to do it.
You're so proud.
Where's 3D paint? Oh wait, yeah, you're an artist too. Hold on.
Drawing stream.
It's a mini drawing stream. I'm just gonna
Yay, mini drawing
quickly,
stream.
very quickly. Is it loading?
For 1 minute. Okay. So,
Hold on. There we go.
Good
We're in
time.
display capture. Okay. So look here. I know what I'm drawing. I'm gonna draw Ashley Trevino. Ash Trevino.
Let me see it. You're right.
Is her head? Is her head, okay? Hold on.
Ashton Vito. Okay. Speedrun. Oh, that's amazing. Her head is already the best proportions.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah. Some hair. Right.
Okay. Roundish. Okay.
And then here's a chip bag. And then the bean dip.
The bean dip.
Chat, there we go. For 1
Oh,
minute.
amazing.
What else can we add? Oh yeah, she has blonde hair actually, so let's give her blonde
Yeah.
hair. What else does she look like?
You need to add her chinny chins.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Her chinny chins.
There you go. Should have had
Bling,
done Bling Bling Boy. I
bling, bling,
mean,
boy.
is there a difference? Yeah, Bling Bling Boy is base. That's the difference.
Right?
Let's give her, because she's literally the devil. When it
Can you
comes
give
to
me her
being,
horns? Oh,
give a little devil tail.
demonic.
All right.
Oh, tail.
I'm gonna get canceled for this. I don't care.
Sure.
I don't know how I would, because she's a villain. Ash Trevino. There we go.
There you go.
That is your 1 minute.
Awesome.
That is your 1 minute.
Yay! Little doodle of Astrovino. Awesome
Yep.
sauce. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now let's
yeah, yeah.
continue. You should teach him how to draw. Yeah, no, Disco's gonna teach me how to draw because she's actually a good artist.
Oh yeah,
Unlike me.
I should. I should do
Yeah,
your
she's on my album cover, by the way.
Yeah,
For those of you who
yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
the yokai that cried, coming soon.
Coming
Mhm.
soon, coming soon.
The yokai that cried, coming soon. All right. There we go, and then I gotta. Let's continue.
Shooting him. They kill him. They drag his body into the woods. They set Muhammad's car on fire and they leave. Eric is the one who
What?
fired the shots.
Huh?
He takes $4,000. Isaiah takes home $1,000 from this robbery. And they promptly spend it on whilst bragging to everybody about killing Muhammad. Muhammad has a wife and 7 kids.
Oh.
6 daughters and a son. But sure, I guess that's hilarious. How is that hilarious?
Why would it be hilarious?
They're laughing to everyone they know. They just think it's so funny. He was sentenced to 45 years in prison in 2011.
Not enough.
Sure, he was 15, but I mean, we all knew better at 15. This is not a situation where I don't think anyone can confidently say he was so young. He didn't know what he was doing.
No, he definitely knew what he was doing. What are you
Trevino.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Ashley is posting on Instagram a word vomit collage. Second look Saturday. Meet Isaiah. He was given a 45-year sentence at 16 years old. Over the past 10 years, he earned his GED, OSHA, Electrical Level 1, Construction Craft Skills, Construction Site Safety Corps, all level certifications. In that period, he has also gotten married and become a wonderful stepdad to 2 beautiful daughters. He loves spending every weekend with his family during visitation at the All Red unit. He is involved in working as a supply clerk. Isaiah is also a talented artist who wants to continue his craft by opening up his own business once he returns to the free world. Isaiah plans on pursuing additional collegiate degrees. Isaiah believes that God will bring him home sooner than his release date. Isaiah is ready for the day when he can be given a second look. She posts, "So blessed my husband was chosen to be the second look person today. Let's pray we can bring him home soon. I will continue to do what's needed for him as a wife and will always be his voice. Love my husband so much. Hashtag let's bring him home. Hashtag proud prison wife.
Oh my God.
Hashtag my
Hashtag-
husband's
hashtag-
biggest supporter."
Okay,
He's
buddy.
a killer. The worst part is Ashley is very proud of all of this.
Yeah, it wasn't like some small, like, oh, he had possession of weed or whatnot, right? Back when weed was like illegal or anything like that. It was like he actually just killed a man and laughed about it.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Jesus. Why are we surprised now from Astrovino? Are we surprised?
Mhm. Yeah, disgusting behavior, dude. Like,
Oh my
actually
God.
disgusting.
Battles with someone talking about her inmate hopping ways, and the other creator says, "That is a lot. How many inmates have you been with? Like 26, you said?"
Huh?
It's like 30 now.
Probably 26 in the last 5 years.
That is a lot.
And she's nodding and smiling like it's
lot.
something that everyone should do. I
No.
asked her, let me
No.
ask you a question. Why do you prefer inmates? I prefer inmates because I feel like if you're gonna get hurt, it's better to get hurt while they're incarcerated than out here in the free world. Because like I just said earlier, my ex Jesse, when he actually left and we broke up, that one hurt. I still feel hurt to this day. She likes the fact that they have no options.
Yeah.
In another creator battle,
It's like a controlling kind of thing.
Creator. You haven't heard
Yeah, that's
Ashley
what I'm
the
getting at
inmate
too.
hopper? I actually married
Yeah.
someone who was incarcerated in 2019. We actually knew each other from out here though, and he's actually younger than me. So we reconnected. I became his prison wife, and that's where I met a lot of people that I talk to still. And it just went from there. When we separated, I went with another one, and it just went on. Okay, let me ask you, have you ever been with somebody that's not incarcerated, but besides the father to your children, which they're broken up, clearly.
No, yeah.
And she's shaking her head no. It just doesn't pan out for you, or you just don't want it if they're not inmates. So my actual last relationship out here in the free world was in 2018, and we lived together and everything. And then I started getting inmates, and I've had like guys here and there in between, but I don't know. To say my last relationship out here in the free world is already such a wild sentence to utter.
Yeah, like
On
what?
the phone with inmates during her live streams, just spewing words out of her mouth. You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? You really are. I swear. I've been with 30 inmates. Now
That's not
I'm in like a prison sister
Weird
wife
flex, but
relationship.
okay.
You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? I'm not with no one, just with you, but I've already married two. Stupid.
my God.
I mean, now I'm in a prison sister-wife relationship.
Because I guess the other prisoner she's talking to has a wife.
What? All
What?
them? The conversation is
my
like brief.
That is
You
insane.
can talk all day long, right?
No, but sometimes it's not brief, and it's not like 5 minutes. It's like 10, 15, sometimes more. And this is highly not allowed by most prison facility standards. You cannot be live streaming a prisoner's calls like that.
No.
You have to get proper permission.
Oh, no,
Right.
man.
And she's
Just
just doing
streaming.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. She's saying this while her daughters are in the house, the doors are wide open, and their friends are over, and likely they're watching her on her live stream.
Wow.
Sometimes if the prisoners don't do as she says, she'll get very aggressive with them.
It's okay, because I got other options. I'm going to tell Lexi to send me somebody else anyways. You were the wrong option. You ain't nothing. Remember, you're incarcerated.
That's
What?
crazy. Who's Lexi?
Okay.
It's a friend that knows a lot of inmates. She says that she will be open and fine with dating an inmate that has charges of SA on a child. That's fine for her. She also
She says she will date a
yeah.
PEDO.
Yeah, a PDF file, I guess, is how everyone is referencing
Kids.
it. Mhm. She
Nah.
also she has this
where's the
moment
awareness?
where she talks about how
That is crazy.
SA charges are not that crazy because every single person she's been with has had those charges.
That's not okay.
And that doesn't mean that they happened. She asks her viewers, how do you know? Were you there? Were you there? Every single person I've been with has had those charges. Were you there? We are now entering the belly of the beast. So let's go through and recap all of her relationships. Her very first relationship, or her very first prominent relationship, she marries her high school sweetheart. She has 2 children with him, the 2 daughters that are now 15 and 13. They end up divorcing when their kids are 6 and 3 years old. This is in 20.
Dude, my brain hurts.
They've been together for about a decade,
There's
and
so much
suddenly Ashley is
info.
posting onto Instagram. OMG, found this pic from prom of 2006, my high school sweetheart, but now soon to be ex-husband. I will always care about him, and he don't even know that. Hashtag prom 06. Hashtag my junior year, his senior year. Hashtag I know, get out of my feelings. Hashtag he done moved on. Which implies that perhaps they're getting a divorce, and that
Hashtag fucking take the leap of faith off of a fucking building. I'm sorry. Hashtag my left testicle is bigger than yours.
I can't with these
Hashtag go
hashtags.
ahead and take some rhino pills.
Hashtag Rizzy
Yo,
pill.
shout out rhino pills. Yeah, hashtag rhino pills, bro. You know, yo, shout out to the rhino pills. You know what, guys? Shout out rhino pills. Rhino pills, please sponsor me. I'm joking.
No, we won't. Free sponsor? Question mark?
Yeah.
You're.
Yeah. Let's
You're-
continue. Jesus Christ.
hashtag he done moved on is oddly specific and pretty indicative that maybe he cheated on her or left her or didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Even later when the divorce is finalized, she posts a pouty selfie writing, "This was my last pic of me being his insert last name. LOL. My divorce was finally finalized after 9 years of marriage and 2 years of separation. Hashtag divorce final. Hashtag goodbye. Hashtag hello Garcia." I guess her original maiden name. Hashtag bittersweet moment. But the reason that the two get
Hashtag
divorced
penis.
is that she cheats on him allegedly with a man in prison. So I will say that it seems the children
Hashtag penis enlargements. You know what I mean? Hashtag
you're.
hashtag left testicle gang. Hashtag
Type shit.
yeah. Hashtag toenails. Know what I mean?
Toenails. Hashtag toes.
Yo, shout out Bean Dip, bro. Hashtag Bean Dip. Hashtag Bean Dip.
And in this story, at least as of right now, after the divorce, he focuses on his career, is able to remarry, purchase a home while supporting the children financially by paying Ashley child support every month. It said that he was also very involved in the girls' lives up until about a few years ago.
Oh.
And it appears that he couldn't see the girls as much, not by his own choice, but it seems perhaps Ashley was making it very difficult for him.
Wow.
In 2023, the children's father ends up passing away from leukemia.
Oh,
And Ashley did
man.
everything in her power to gain sympathy from them.
Oh
This
my.
must be traumatic for her. She's known and been in this relationship with this man for the greater part of her young adult life. They were high school sweethearts. But now she does have 2 children. They don't have their father anymore. It's really up to her to be a supportive mother so that they can grieve. And it's
And you know what she does? You know what she does? You know what she does?
seriously when she
You know what she does? Air mattress.
She can get a BMW,
Yo, shout out to
but not a
air
bed.
mattresses, bro. Shout out to
Air
air
mattresses.
mattresses. Yo, hashtag air mattresses in chat, bro. Yo, sponsor me,
Hashtag-
gang. Sponsor me.
Hashtag.
Anyway, Jesus Christ.
Oh my lord.
tries so hard to make it about herself. She states that she's not going to his funeral, but it's speculated that it's because she wasn't welcome there. She tries to make it seem like she's just emotionally not able to. She tells everybody that she might take a mental health break and she will be back. When she'll be back is unclear. May it be sooner, may it be later, maybe it be never, right?
It's gonna be like 5 minutes later.
The very next day. Because galaxies don't just send themselves into the ether. She does not, however, pass up the chance to not make this all about her. She says things like, that could have been me.
He didn't have to go. He wasn't doing anything. He didn't have to die. That could have been me.
I don't know how that applies. He did pass from leukemia. I'm not sure why she's even saying stuff like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't. And I feel that for my baby so much. I really do. And again, this is after her kids have asked her repeatedly to not talk about their father on live because they're grieving. They don't want to hear this.
Understandable.
They don't want this business out there.
It breaks my heart when my babies just say, I wish my dad was here. I wish my dad was here. Thank you for the hand heart.
Okay.
Yo, Chad, I'm so sad that my husband. Yo, thanks for the galaxy, gang. Another one of those. I'm it's back to my own universe. You know what I mean? Yo, thanks for the rose, gang. My fucking ex-husband. Yo, thanks for the rose. Yo, shout out, little penis _68. Yo, thanks for the rose, gang. Thanks for... I don't think I'm taking that. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Everything does happen for a reason. So she's reading someone's comment that says,
Unbelievable, bro.
everything happens for a
So
reason.
funny.
Everything does happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. This is a pretty niche pet peeve of mine that I don't even know if I should be saying, but when someone passes away and people try to tell each other everything happens for a reason, I do understand the intention behind it. And in certain situations, maybe it's acceptable, but it's this weird feeling of this person's death is to further the plot for everybody else type of energy. What do you mean everything happens for a reason? It's just kind of, I don't find it to be the most sensitive thing to say when someone has a passing in their life. Especially the way Ashley says it. She says,
Everything happens for a reason. Everything does happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. Firm believer.
Just like you getting arrested, bitch.
That's why I have so many
I don't know,
CPS
is she
cases
arrested?
on you. Ah,
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, bitch.
you're.
And that's why I'm saying maybe it took this tragedy for me to open my eyes up and to see what the pain my babies would feel, not only with one parent gone, but with 2.
no, someone did not pass away from leukemia for your character development.
Yeah.
That's not even a coherent sentence, Ashley. But she tries further to make this about her. And I genuinely think that she thinks that this man's death is just part of her character development, character arc. And she has no character arc. It is
Yeah, you guys, have you guys seen the new Ashley Trevino arc? I'm in the leukemia, my ex, died from leukemia arc right now. I won't give you no spoilers on that, but trust me, her character development, it's not a manga, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's not anime. Holy shit.
It's a whole anime series to her, I guess. He has different arcs, different seasons.
Oh my god, bro. It's
Oh
not a
my.
TV show.
That's what she feels. She
Ugh,
deleted
just a perpetual decline.
literally.
Nevertheless, she says, whilst kind of creepily smiling, the other day, I tried to leave because I got mad. And H, my daughter, runs after me. And she sits in my car and she's like, "You're not going nowhere unless I go with you. I already lost my dad. I'm not losing you, Mom." You guys,
You really say
my
that.
babies are going through it. Like, they are so scared. She's like, "I'm not losing you. I've already lost my dad, Mom." It's just opened up my eyes now that them little girls need me. But then to make matters worse, while everybody is attending the funeral that she was not invited to, probably because of who she is as a person and the things that she says and how she treats her kids and probably how she treated her late husband, she is on live streaming dancing to songs that have lyrics like "Baby Daddy, Baby Daddy." While the funeral is happening. Ashley then goes on to
Your
state that she's been
baby
with 30
daddy.
different inmates. So these are a few notable relationships
That's
that she has been
insane.
in. In no particular order, you have Isaiah, the one that was convicted of murder of Muhammad, the manager of the gas station and father of 7 kids. Ashley brings her kids to see him. She convinces them, at least briefly, to call him daddy for whatever reason. Those two, they end up breaking up. Things don't go well. She starts posting on Instagram, "I have went to visit for 20 weekends straight, not missing one since I got on the visitation list since August 24, 2019. But this weekend, I'm not going to because I chose not to. Something's changed, and I honestly don't know if we'll come back from this. It's hard when you're not at fault, but I'm going to do and continue to do what's needed for me and be the best mom I can for my girls." Then she
But
dramatically posts, "Getting a divorce isn't always a bad thing. Never wanted to do it again, but here I am, and I know I will come out stronger than before. My babies need me. Fixing myself back up after being broken down to my lowest by someone who was supposed to love me." Apparently, their relationship came to an end, according to Ashley, when Isaiah heard rumors in prison that weren't true, she claims. Rumors that she was talking to other inmates. When they were briefly on a break, he asked her, "Promise me if we break up," which, where are your priorities, you weirdo? He says, "Promise me if we break up, you'll never be with another incarcerated guy." Her next prison boyfriend is Noe Trevino. Noe was arrested in
The recent.
2015 for stabbing
Okay.
a man outside of a nightclub. They get married in 2022. She's still married to him because she doesn't want to pay a $400-something fee to finalize their divorce. Noe is the one that initiated the divorce from behind prison walls, and she's been married this whole time. That she's been dating everybody else, calling people her husband, and that's where she gets the last name,
Wow.
Trevino.
That is crazy. So right now she's married.
Yes, to Noe Trevino, another murderer. Her daughter, H7,
Yo.
God,
My
is awful.
God.
She knows this because Ashley took them, her kids, to see the man in prison. At one point, it appears that she was dating another inmate, and the speculation, okay, so we don't really know much about this inmate. She never really spoke about him in great depth. However, she wore
Yo, what's good, baby? How you doing? We are doing a reaction stream. What's
Hello.
good? Shout out on baby. Hold on. Gotta do them shout outs real quick.
Shout out. We gotta give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a passion. Yeah, it is. I have no idea who the hell she is. So far, she's a villain. Holy shit. We're doing really good. How are you, original gangster?
yeah, hope you're doing
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Yuri has never
Nah, yeah.
seen Ash Trevino, so it's a little surprise.
So I'm not. Listen, I'm chronically online, but like not that chronically online. Okay, I'm sorry.
Finally.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
thank you for the follow. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. This is my friend Disco, by the way, baby. Yeah, she started streaming very recently, and show her the support because she's also really talented in art and in streaming. You know what I mean? She's awesome. She's a magical girl VTuber. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. Tell the new people joining.
My. Oh, you got this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, homie. But yeah, as you may
Yeah.
know, and just with the crystal, I just started this month. I'm kind of growing a little fast. A little too fast. Right? Oh my gosh, cool, right? Sugoi.
Yeah.
I'm a variety streamer. I doodle most of the time, but if not, I'm always playing some, I'm playing games. and if not games,
Mhm.
I'm just I'm doing this, collabing with
Yeah.
other people. But yeah, that's basically me.
Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome. Go follow her, everyone. She's a wonderful person. Those who I don't know, before I even met anyone of like the squad, right, baby, even everyone, she was you're one of the first person I actually ever collab with, right? But that was before you were a VTuber.
No, I
Like,
wasn't
that's
I
just
wasn't
yeah,
in
I
I
just
wasn't in
invited
I
my
wasn't
homie on
in
stream.
I wasn't in peak yet.
Yeah, no, not you. Uh, exactly. Yeah, that was a W burp, by the way. Thank you. Anyway, let us continue. Let us continue. There we go.
It seemed like he was an inmate, and the speculation was that she's getting her makeup done one day on live stream. There's two girls with her that are doing her makeup and hair, and she is on her phone. So she's
Thanks.
got a phone
It
live
is
streaming her, and
beautiful.
then she's scrolling on her phone. And she gets some sort of text message, some sort of news, and it's speculated that she discovered news on the live stream that her boyfriend in jail was involved in some sort of jail fight and
Oh,
was probably hospitalized. She
Okay.
starts sobbing, wailing, "Oh no!" and just wailing. And I do believe this is a sad situation, and prison violence is a conversation that I think needs to be had. But a lot of netizens have chosen the right to withhold sympathy till later because, I mean, considering the types of people she dates, we don't know if this is a child SAer, we don't know if this is a killer, a mass.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. But her friends just tell her it's like this very strange moment. They're fanning her face, she's crying, she's getting her makeup done still, and they say, "No, don't cry. You're a bad bitch. Don't cry. I know."
okay. Okay.
You're a
Okay.
bad bitch, don't cry.
You're a bad bitch. Don't cry. You're a bad bitch. Okay. Okay, friend.
Oh, oh, oh my god. Nah, you gotta slay, girl. You gotta slay. Oh my god, he got a prison fight. Oh. You gotta. Okay, why does Automot? No, you're allowed to say you're a bad bitch. Hold on. You're a bad bitch. No, guys, thank you, baby. I am a bad bitch. You're
Yeah, he
correct
is a
about
bad
that.
bitch. He a bad bitch.
Girl, I am a bad bitch. Okay. 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 Jesus. I'm gonna cry. That was so funny. Ain't no way.
You a bad bitch.
"Oh, I know, it's okay. Aw, try not to cry so much." Then you have Eli. Eli was in prison for strangling a woman. He's
Oh
free
no.
and constantly on TikTok live streams now. He was in prison for strangling a woman and also breaking his child's femur. He broke.
Oh no.
What?
It's like the strongest bone of the child's body, no?
Of everyone's body. Yeah, the
Everyone's
femur is
body,
like the
right?
strongest bone.
How do you break that?
Holy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. And now he's on TikTok lives talking about some fucking, oh my god, thanks for the rose. Smells so
Thanks for the
nice. Oh my god,
Thanks for
thank
the
you.
Oh my
Shut
god.
your ass up.
Broke his 2-year-old daughter's femur. His whole excuse for that is that he didn't mean to break his daughter's
You
femur,
you
but they
didn't
have
mean
a bone condition in their family. He says, quote, "It makes our bones more easy to break, so understand that it's not a regular bone." That's the little detail that people are forgetting. I f***ed up. It was a mistake. I was intoxicated, but I sat in the hospital all week for her.
Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, boo-hoo, dude. I'm just gonna
Okay.
like oh, you enjoy. Oh, you sat there for a week, oh, in the hospital. Shut the fuck up, dude. It's so weird to me how people enjoy supporting these type of people. Yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, this is what I've noticed, right? There's two kinds of people that are donating money to this bitch, right? Okay. Instead of donating to me, your boy, right? And every one of us, right? All the entire VTubing community, right? They be donating these motherfuckers for two reasons. One, it's the people that are avidly trolling and grifting, her and egging her on to see how much more bullshit she can do, right?
Yeah.
Because again, at the end of the day, people are also villains, right? They'll want to see people kind of spiral out, right? If you were to give,
Yeah.
okay, the average human being, right? If they were to be given anonymity and been able to be controlling like someone's life without like having their like stuff as like consequences to their actions, right? They will more than 100% go and make sure these people do not get better, right? If you had the choice of making someone get better or making it worse for your entertainment, right, you will want them to stay worse and get on the internet and stay there. You know what I mean? There was this case in Japan right? I don't know how long ago, but there was this guy who they kind of tricked, and he was in like a reality show where they basically stuck him inside of a fucking
Oh, I heard
apartment,
that
right?
one.
I'm pretty sure you
Oh,
know that one, right?
yes, I do.
Yeah. And he would have to do stuff, and viewers can send him shit, right? Like rice and whatnot. There was points where he was like happy where he got a bag of rice, but he had no way to cook it, right? It was just raw
Yeah.
rice. So what he would do, he was smart, bro, right? He would get like this water and make it like somehow just there. I think he would use like pipes or something. I'm not too sure fully to eat the rice, right? It was really heartbreaking to see, and people like seeing that shit, unfortunately, right? And so people also see this bitch and they like egging it on. You know, they like egging it on. They like seeing people like this spiral instead of trying to make them get better. And they also don't realize their real life consequences do have actions. You know what I mean? You saw that? Exactly. Right? Um they have they don't realize that they have real life consequences. But again, it's everything, right? Once you're behind a screen, it's like it's like fake almost. You know that it's not, you think it's not real. You know what I mean? There's like a sense of like masking almost. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is just on screen, right? I don't know those people. That's why people talk shit on games. You know what I mean? You won't say the shit you do on Call of Duty you in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then there's the other people who genuinely are just like Ash Trevino. Scary ass people, bruh. That's what I'm saying. And then there's people that are genuinely like Ash Trevino, who what's it called? Sympathize with her, right? And give her money because they think, yes, bitch, yes, bitch, you're a bad bitch, girl. Go slay, go date them prison men. Yeah, go endanger your children. Yeah, make sure to keep giving them an air mattress. You know what I
Feed
mean?
them junk food and shit.
Yeah, there's two people: the people that like egg them on to see how much further they can spiral to troll without considering any of like the children or whatnot. And there's people that who are just villains like that. You know what I mean? I Let us continue. We went on a yap session there, but it's a just chatting stream, so whatever.
Yeah.
He slammed a truck door on his daughter's leg.
What?
Oh my god.
The femur is the hardest bone in the body to break,
Shit.
so I don't believe for one second that they have any sort of bone condition. And even if excuse, it is the longest, strongest, and heaviest bone that supports and can support up to 30 times the body weight of the person. It typically requires significant force, such as a severe trauma from a car accident, to break the femur. And Ashley exposes that while they were in a flirtatious relationship, because they're constantly live stream battling, they're flirting on camera. This is all public information. Like,
he's free now.
He's free, and
dude, streaming like every second of your fucking life, dude.
all these things, and then Ashley,
hearing your
she
phone
gets
calls,
into these fights with
hearing
her
all that
boyfriends,
shit.
exposes them or starts rumors about them. And I say rumors because we'll get into that. But Ashley exposes that even Eli sent her a text message that if she doesn't respond quickly, it's about to be a DV situation, which he was in prison for strangling a woman. He's also accused of
domestic
violence by multiple women. And somehow Ashley, well, I guess not somehow, I would expect nothing less from her. She still has a cordial relationship here and there with Eli. They always have this like on.
She could see Satan and think, "Oh my god, I can fix him." But you
You're
can't.
like, oh,
What are you talking about?
he's so Danny.
He's horny for fucking people like devils, bro. Ain't no way. These demons.
These
Oh
prison
my
ass.
god. Holy shit,
where's
dude.
the awareness, Ash Trevino? Where's the self-awareness?
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh my god.
And off flirtatious relationship on live streams. They get upset with each other for just the most random things that are not serious. They don't get upset with each other for essaying people, child neglect, breaking daughters' femur, neglecting daughters, nothing. They go and they get upset because Eli will go on live stream and say that Ashley Trevino is built like a juice box. She's a very boxy body shape. But
Boxy body shape.
Oh my god.
Choo.
Oh my god.
they are not upset with each other for the little crimes that some of them are committing. Then most notably, you have her relationship with Francisco,
Ew.
and that is a huge part of the discourse, primarily for how heinous the crimes he committed were, but also because the 2 teenage girls he killed were 19 and 13. One of her daughters is 13. What's especially alarming is that after Ashley live streamed with him, either he himself with a contraband phone in prison or somebody else made a TikTok account for him. I don't know which option is worse, which, by the way, he's also in another open case where he gave a prison guard $5,000 to smuggle in 100 pills of fentanyl and 1 pound of amphetamines.
Oh, we're bribing now.
They were all caught. So he has another case. He might have a phone. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's a fan account. I don't know if it's his phone posting his own TikTok fan edits. I don't know.
I just get more views than me, bro. I need to
Oh
lock
God,
in.
why is it all these
But there are
criminals?
videos of in prison with very specific songs playing. Some lyrics read, I don't know why, but I fell in love with breaking the law. And it's romanticizing prison life and breaking the law.
Holy City, you're watching me.
His relationship with double
Anyway.
murderer Francisco comes to an end, not because he killed 2 young girls, well, and then another, so 3, one of them almost the same age as Ashley's own children. It comes to its fateful demise because Ashley would constantly show him on her live streams when they were video chatting, letting him speak to her viewers, talking about his victims, laughing that he was innocent, making fun of his victims, which is
Disgusting.
clearly, she's not allowed to be live streaming their calls. He
Disgusting.
has his video call privileges revoked for 90 days.
Damn.
And that appears to be the extent of Ashley's undying love for criminals. Triple homicide? Debatable. 90 days without video chats is an
She's literally the embodiment of that one song that goes, Mama, I'm in love
Oh,
with a
with
criminal.
Whitney
I don't know what that
Spears?
song's. I think you
Criminal?
guys know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
As
Someone in
mama,
chat, tell me
I'm
what song I'm
in
thinking about.
love with. It's with I
With
think
a
Britney Spears.
criminal.
I think that's
Yeah,
wrong. Miss Britney?
maybe. I don't know.
Question mark.
break in their relationship. That is a deal breaker. It cannot be. Then you have Ash Trevino's more recent relationship with someone that she jokes
Oh,
is
no.
going to be her daughter's new stepdad.
Oh
This
no.
guy, his name is
I heard of
Santos.
him. Ew. I heard
Oh, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna comment. My fault.
World, if you will. The allegation is that Ashley's oldest daughter, who was 15 when this took place, had shown her
Bro
mom
looks like
guy's
Lil
account
Pump.
of this
It's
random
not a
small
compliment.
TikToker and was like, I kind of have a crush on this guy. Look at him. He's kind of cute, isn't he, mom? Which would be a normal, healthy thing for a girl her age to do. Just show her mom her internet crush. That is what it is. Just that,
course,
an
of course.
internet crush. But Ashley instantly goes and starts flirting with Santos. She will go on lives with Santos, this random man that she's never met prior to this.
He's really young too.
Existed until allegedly her daughter was like, hey, isn't this guy kind of cute? I kind of have a crush on him.
So he's not an inmate. He's just a TikToker.
Yes, but he has been accused of
He
some
looks
heinous
so
things as well.
young.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to know his age.
double whammy. Just talking about how
God.
she's going to breastfeed Santos, telling him
Stop this madness. Stop this madness. Icky, Ricky.
No, that's
Icky.
disgusting.
Oh my God.
In what world is that flirting?
That's flirting.
In
That's
what
flirting.
world? Yo,
Oh,
Shawty, what was good? You want to get breastfed?
I'm gonna brush on my titties.
I shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking? What are we
Ew,
doing, bro? Like, what are we doing? Is this a new meta for flirting?
I guess so.
Is this how
The
women flirt?
new catch. The new catch.
Is this a new? Yo, what's good? I'm gonna get breastfed anyway.
Want to get breastfed real quick?
she's going to breastfeed him on live
What
stream
the
while she grabs her chest and is like
Oh,
wiggling her chest around. Her daughter
Ew,
walks
on
into the
live?
room seeing this whole interaction and asks another person on the live stream, some random creator. Ashley is asking, are you jealous because Santos is going to have all of this? And she proceeds to get up and bend over. She tells Santos, you have to put
Ew.
body oil
Ew. Ew.
I need to find the nearest skyscraper so I can nosedive off of it. In a video game, of course.
Of
Twitch.
course. Of course,
Wink,
video
wink.
game.
Jesus Christ.
Joking.
All over my body.
Ew.
Santos even asks
Ugh.
Ashley's daughter, how do you feel that your mom stole your crush?
Oh,
To
that's
which her
foul.
daughter claps back, Santos, how do you feel about being bald?
Ooh.
Being bald?
Yeah, he's
Clock it.
balding.
Oh, he's balding.
And
W.
Ashley just sits there. Why would
Clock
you ask
it.
her that? Why would you ask her that?
W's in
But
chat.
does that stop her from publicly doing this and humiliating herself and indirectly her daughter? Although I don't think that her daughter should feel humiliated, I think that everyone on the internet is very well aware that she is her own person and her mom does not reflect her own personality. But Ashley tells her viewers, I've seen his pee-pee and he's already seen my new-new, okay?
Ew.
I've already seen his
Ew.
pee-pee.
Did it smell?
Chat can't see this. I was face palming and just laying my head on my desk. What am I watching? What am I watching, Disco? What am I watching?
Did it smell?
Is this real life? Is this real life?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is this real life?
I
And he's
I
already
don't know.
seen my nunu. Okay?
This is where the word new is.
Yeah, this is
born,
2 hours.
her private parts. She also releases a song where she's like,
You want to know how it smells? Ask Santos. He know it smell well.
I want Nunu.
I
Are
can't
they
see
still talking right now?
Yo, whoever produced that shit, lock them up, bro. After you don't, then she'll go date them. Never mind.
on and off, not
Oh my
really.
god.
Yeah, she goes on to apologize briefly for her actions on the live stream. She said, first and foremost, I want to apologize for my actions the other day. I know I shouldn't have done the things that I did. Out of alcohol, I did. There's no excuse, but yeah, so I'm just going through that right now. It really opened up my eyes, so I apologize to anyone that followed me, liked me, and then stopped liking me after that. I run to alcohol for everything, so I really apologize from the bottom of my heart. But
What
she's
did she do?
just flirting with this guy so weirdly in front of her kids and saying all these things. But she's not sorry because she continues, quote unquote, dating this guy afterwards. When Santos calls, she'll smile, show the live stream, Santos on the caller ID, pick up the phone. Hey, daddy. Ma'am, you look old enough to be his mother.
He looks young as hell too.
I'm. Oh my god. Anyway.
What do you mean, hey, daddy?
How old is he?
We'll get into that. He looks in his young
I
20s.
want to know how old he is too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing is bizarre, and her relationship with her daughters is very alarming because the fact that this is her daughter's alleged crush and she feels comfortable doing this, and she's almost rubbing it, taunting it in her daughter's own face. And people have pointed out that anytime they do TikTok battles, because sometimes her eldest daughter will do a TikTok battle with her own mother.
5 Nights at
anytime her daughter
Astravinos.
wins-
Would you guys survive? Baby, I would rather do a challenge that will have me cut off my left testicle and feed it to myself or some shit like that. Like a Tide Pod challenge than surviving even one night at Astravinos, okay? like give us something, at least something doable, okay?
I probably
Like-
wouldn't. Dude, if you hear a Nunu sound in the middle of the night, be like, I want Nunu. That's all over for me. I'm done.
Dude. Like, you know how like when all the powers shuts off in Five Nights at Freddy's the game, right?
Yeah.
Instead of that, it's just a Nunu song.
Yeah, it's like, I want Nunu. Give me the Nunu. That's all you're going to hear at the night.
Yeah. Her rose play will do a FNAF jump scare. Yeah, that's one of the
Oh my
animatronics.
god.
You know what I mean? It's one of
Mhm.
those. And then, yeah. Oh Jesus Christ, dude.
I can't. Oh my god.
The air mat. Oh my god, the air mattress will also be one of the animatronics.
The air mattress, the bean dip. The bean dip will be one of them
The
too.
bean dip. The bean dip. Oh god. Oh my god. I think I would actually just have to, like, you know. No water bucket challenge. That's all I'll say.
TikTok battle, Ashley looks genuinely upset. Genuinely upset. So now, with this going on, Ashley and Santos finally make arrangements to meet each other. Originally, the plan was for Ashley to fly to LA to see Santos. That ends up falling through. The new plan is Santos will come see Ashley in Texas. For 3 days, Ashley is eagerly waiting for Santos, who is just not showing up. For 3 days, he stands her up. He just keeps standing her up. And this is a boy that she has never met in person before. She has no established romantic.
Yeah, emphasis on boy, by the way.
Publicly
Oh,
wiping
boy.
her
Oh, you're
tears
right.
with a crumpled up tissue because he's not showing up to see her. And she made him a whole brisket.
Oh, the brisket.
Bro, I fucking
She probably ate that shit. Anyway.
hate
Yeah,
him.
she probably did.
She never cooks for her kids, but she cooked him a brisket. And he
Dang.
didn't show up for her brisket.
Oh my
Fuck.
god, yo, that's right. She doesn't even cook for her kids, dude. She just gives her
Right?
kids fucking Frito bean dip.
Right? And then whenever the kids ask her to cook, she gives them a glare, you know?
She's like, yo, who the fuck you think you is? Ask me to
Hi,
cook, man.
Orion.
Fuck you. That's what she
Thank you
basically
for
saying.
the follow. Hey, your Shinkai homie is here. Shinkai
Yeah,
Orion. Oh, yeah.
it was good, Orion. Yeah. Alright, okay, let's run.
And she tells her viewers, I'm still human at the end of the day, you guys. It doesn't matter what happens in my life. I'm still freaking human. Inevitably, because fate is sick and twisted, Santos does end up making his way over to Texas to stay with Ashley. Her daughters are home. This is her daughter that initially showed her the crush, right? And now her mom is glued to him like a piece of gum. Ashley is latching onto him like
Oh, that's
her
disgusting.
behavior reminds me of like a middle school relationship where someone is so deeply insecure and must show you that they're in a relationship and they have the emotional maturity of a Brussels sprout. So they just think that if they're physically touching someone, the world will believe that they're in love.
This is live stream.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Going, oh my god.
How does that make you feel? Just kidding.
How does
That
that
is
new feel? I leave. What the? You asked someone like that?
What? I did not even peep that.
Yeah, that's what she asked him. How does that new feel? Man, get your stupid ass out of here.
I think I'd have to chop off my wiener.
Are y'all jealous because I'm in the same room as him or what?
You see her?
Throughout the entire life, she just keeps calling Santos her husband whilst biting her lip and staring deeply into the camera. She also has this flirting look. Anytime she's flirting with someone, she... Ooh, this is her signature look. She bites her lip, squints her eyes, and then flares her nostrils. It's like her mating
Like a mating call.
Mating call.
Nothing compares to what is about to happen. Ashley is going on her very first date with Santos, her daughter's crush. She hires a makeup artist, puts on what I can only describe to be a long maxi dress that is not casual. It reminds me of someone might wear to prom. And they head to a club where they get seats in the back of the club and they order steaks. And all of this is being live streamed and there's just loud music blaring. The bass of the music itself is enough to cook the steak to a medium well. She's asking Santos to cut her own steak because she's dainty and frail. And he's just there talking and messaging other girls whilst
I shit.
there's music just bumping at the
Insane.
club.
How do we know that?
She's live streaming it.
How do we?
She's literally other
Okay,
girls are
but
on
this is
TikTok
what
live being like, Santos just messaged me
Oh
to
my
show
goodness.
up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna show up. Yeah.
Wow.
But then later in the live stream, she says, it was honestly like a dream come true, you know? Like, even though we were just friends or whatever, he made it special. This is unfortunately the very grim beginning of the Santos saga. He will
Oh boy.
constantly be a reoccurring part of Ash Trevino's problematic world, and it's pretty obvious that he's just here for the fame, if you can even call it that, and the money. But that should not take away from how uncomfortable their relationship is. She will be live streaming Santos. They'll be doing the TikTok battles. She'll show him the haunted rose.
Look what I
The
have.
haunted row.
Oh, you don't need that when you have me.
Shut the fuck up. What do you mean you don't need that
Cybo.
if you have me?
The Cybo. You don't even like her.
Oh. Oh.
Sure, bitch.
That's the Rose Toy jump scare.
Thank you for the roses.
It made a guest star appearance.
Cameo? Question mark? Oh my god. It made a cameo.
Yo,
made a
yo, she's
cameo. Made a
collabing
cameo.
with her. She's collabing with the Rose Toy. Yo, I should make a title like that. Yo, you're a live with his fucking
With
dildo. or some shit.
with this pink and purple dildo.
Yeah, with my alien tentacle.
Like
Anyway.
octopus tentacle. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, you're gonna definitely need that for tonight.
I don't have you tonight. All I have is the FaceTime.
Yeah. Oh, you could use right now.
We're on live. We can't.
But then she starts biting her lips and looking weirdly at the camera, and some people believe that she's using it under the table. There are allegations that she has done this before, using her haunted rose to haunt.
She's pulling a Luca Kanashiro, bro. Those who know, ain't no way. I just name dropped a VTuber like that. That is confirmed that done it. And I'm gonna get fucking ruined through Twitter now. Great.
Just
I don't
casually.
care though.
Casually.
Who cares? Who cares?
Okay.
At this point. Like,
the entire internet. Allegedly, there are 2 clips of her where she has gone on live. Once, she just flat out left the screen, and you can hear things that sound like her using the haunted rose. And
no!
Oh no! Oh my
Another time, allegedly, she pretends to forget that she.
God! I don't know we should keep going with this, brother.
Mango, I did not need that clip. I did not need that clip. VOD nuked. Shit, I'm graduating. That was a good run. You know what I mean? Deleting the Twitch, deleting the YouTube, everything. Oh God.
I'm gonna become a singer.
You know what? I'm just gonna go become a fucking. I don't know. I'll just go make an OnlyFans at this point. God damn, bro. Ain't no way.
Oh.
She's on live and starts using it. Now, these are things that I can very well see her do. However, I don't know, because there have been a lot of clips that have been taken out of context. I can't be 1,000% sure on which the context is for these clips, if they've been edited or altered, but I don't think it would really change the implications of what is all of this is doing to her daughter's upbringing. But if it is true, in one live where it's alleged that she was using the haunted, being haunted, she was playing the song How to Save a Life, the Where Did I Go Wrong? How to Save a Life by The Fray. And if this is not edited, it sounds like she is having fun to the beat of How to Save a Life.
No!
Which netizens describe as, quote, diabolical.
Oh.
Then there is the infamous flashing live stream. She is live stream battling Santos, and for whatever reason, she decides that she is going to start rubbing her whole chest very seductively, or what I imagine she believes to be seductively, just fully.
Yo, Stephanie's a W.
While staring into the camera, biting her lips, flaring her nostrils, her usual mating sign. She even tries licking her own chest, and she just does this for over a minute until fully
in
her whole
Minecraft.
chest is out of her shirt on a TikTok live stream.
Holy shit, dude.
Flashes a 19-year-old boy on a live stream.
I think I would.
19 years old. Ashley is 36 years old. She's flashing him while her kids and likely other kids online are watching.
My God.
She's double his age.
Yes. People find out through Ashley's live
She was like 20-something when he was born, bro.
That he was 22.
Right?
He works as a club promoter. And in most of Ashley's live streams, he's getting drunk. So everybody just assumed that he's at least 21, 22, because he does look very young, especially when next to Ashley. Not that 35 or 36 is old, but she looks much older than her age. The most popular netizen comment is, that is a harsh 35. Saying she aged pretty hard. Now, during a live stream, netizens that did some digging into Santos uncovered that he is not 22, that he's actually 19. They did some digging and they're like, wait, that guy is 19.
What's your age, Santos?
I'm 19. I could box him.
So the age finally comes out. He's 19.
And people are spamming in the live stream like, wait, we just discovered he's 19. He's not 22. He can't be a club promoter. He's not supposed to be drinking. He's 19. And he becomes super emotional about the situation because he feels like his whole life is ruined. He starts crying on the live stream and Ashley is hugging him. This is the same woman that refuses to take her daughter to urgent care with a burn, who doesn't care that her daughter is throwing up or sick or anything. She's hugging him and
That's, oh my God, dude. If I was her daughter, dude, I would be so mad.
I think I'm more for the For the daughters more than
Again,
anything.
like I feel so terrible for her children, dude. Like dead ass. Like imagine being
Right?
that young and then seeing not only like someone you can crush over, and your mom is now dating that person. On top of that, she's giving him all the treatment that she was supposed to give you, right? Like her daughters, right?
Yeah.
But cooking the brisket and all that shit, comforting, right? But I don't know, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, she disgrace to all mothers all around, dude. Honestly, what a
Right?
fucking shameful person. Like dead ass. Like I can't even be funny
Disgusting.
anymore. Like honestly, just what a fucking disgusting human being. Dead
No.
ass, dude. Dead ass.
Dead for real.
These are the kind of people I fucking hate, genuinely. Like I do not like or have care for people like this. I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes a lot for me to hate someone, and she's hitting all like the check marks, dude.
On
Honestly.
him, and he's just like, leave me the phone.
Stop. I got you.
Oh my
I
god.
told you that.
Ew.
I told you I got you.
Ew. She's gonna look at the camera and everything.
I got you, babe. Stop. I got you. Stop.
She says in a live stream, I don't even want to talk about it because right now I don't even have my kids. Y'all can hear it's quiet. You know, coming home and like
Dude.
seeing this empty house, it's sad.
No
you know, it brings me
words.
back to when I didn't
No
have them.
words.
They were not
Absolutely no
taken from
words,
me
dude.
because I know there's going to be rumors circulating. No, my kids are not taken from me. But she says that with all the backlash of everybody finding out, and
They should
finding
be.
out, she says she didn't know Santos was
Right.
19. She
You
is just
didn't
in a
know.
bad place. And now everybody wants her kids taken away from her because Santos was provided alcohol because she assumed he was over 21. And all this drama is unfolding. And she's just very upset about it. The thing with Santos is he has allegations against him for SA. I don't know if any criminal charges were filed. It does not appear to be, but that doesn't really mean anything because a lot of the times they don't want to file criminal charges for SA. And I say they as in the police, but there are a lot of people who have said some there are a lot of
Heinous shit.
allegations out there. I just don't think anyone that is connected to Ashley, aside from her own children and maybe extended family members, are that good of people. I don't
Well,
think
yeah, she chooses to surround her. Yeah, but she chooses to surround herself with like villains, right? So like
Right?
I also believe like there is a world where she purposely falls harder for people that are as complete supervillains. You know what I mean? Like the more
Right.
allegations they have, the more attractive they become to
It's
this
more
woman.
better for her, right? But she doesn't give much care about the crimes too, especially if it dedicates to like hurting kids, even though she's a mother herself. So there's like no
Yeah.
self-awareness, you know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like it's fucking disgusting, dude.
Because a lot of people that knew her in the beginning, they just knew her as like a TikTok troll, like inmate hopper, hee hee ha ha. But once a lot of these allegations and the connections with these killers have come forward, a lot of TikTok creators have cut their ties with Ashley. So I
As they
think
should.
once you find out what she's done,
Duh.
still be friendly with her is alarming.
Very alarming,
There's
yeah.
a video of Ashley live streaming and they're in an Uber heading somewhere. She's in the, well, actually, it's not an Uber. Her security detail is driving. I don't know why she has security. It's very much Jen Soto vibes. She says she needs security because anytime she goes out in public, she's just hounded and just constantly recognized. So her security is driving, and it's one of those 3-row SUVs. Security is in the very front, and in the middle seat, you have Ashley and her 2 friends. And in the very last row, behind Ashley, you have Santos and another girl who is also a TikTok streamer. While Ashley is live streaming, dancing to music, you see Santos in the back, and it looks like he's shoving the girl sitting next to him, shoving her head down in a way that would indicate that she is engaging in oral activities with him. She does not seem to be enjoying herself. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just trying to describe the video. It's not exactly certain what's happening there briefly. Some netizens thought that initially she was doing a line of drugs, but Santos, being the upstanding character that he is shoving her head down to make it appear like it's something that it's not. Regardless, Ashley notices and her whole energy shifts because she looks very upset when she starts putting 2 and 2 together. Again, A lot of netizens were freaking out because they didn't know what was taking place, but it's definitely not a great look. Netizens are very split on how to feel about this. Now, I end up finding clips, and there are, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have if you're really deep into the Ash Trevino lore like I am right now, and in that case, I'm sending you some love.
Excuse me.
But I did find this one clip where it appears the girl in the back seat addresses the situation. As in, she did engage in intimate relations in a car full of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, I did do that. He deserved it. He was working hard. He was taking care of us. He was very nice to me. He was doing a lot of stuff for me.
On live?
If people just love to spit their shit out online for anything, I swear.
Bro, that's like if I whip out my dick on stream. Like, what the f?
Now you'll be canceled.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh my god. No words. No
Oh
words.
my
No
God.
words. Tisk.
Oh my god, dude.
So I sure did. What about it? Y'all haven't?
What?
Yeah.
What?
I looked at the camera after the fact. Honestly, I didn't even know she was like live. She basically blasted me. Yeah, she's doing it on purpose. So she blames Ashley for putting
Exhibitionist,
this
man.
on live stream, but she does
Oh
claim that
my
this did
God.
take place. I will say that she is also a very questionable
Yo, what is good, Gorilla? How you doing? How you
on her
doing?
child's father's
We're reacting.
so her baby daddy's ring camera, if you will, driving to
Ash
his house
Trevino.
with her newborn baby in the middle of the night, leaving the newborn baby in the car seat on the front porch, ringing the doorbell, and then booking it back to her car while
Holding down the
giggling. She's
chain.
like, hee hee, and then leaving. Like she's
What
ding
the
dong ditching someone,
fuck?
but it's just abandoning her own child so that she can go party and do God knows what.
What the
He ends up
What
fuck?
is this? Oh, it's the whole forbidden-ish full lore of Ash
Ashley
Trevino.
Trevino deep dive by Rotten Mango. We are
Yes,
doing a
sir.
reaction stream today with Disco to Crystal. Shout out Disco. You know what I mean? Right here. She, the magical girl next to me. You know what I mean?
Hi,
Yeah.
y'all.
Variety streamer. Artist as well. You should go follow. You should for sure follow. Yeah.
Oh,
This is-
thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Massive W. Massive W. W in the chat for Gorilla.
W. Oh my god, I'm almost to 50. You're right, I'm almost
Hell yeah. You're almost going to be affiliate. Look at you
Oh my
go.
God,
You
I'm
affiliate
almost
pushing.
there.
Look at that.
Oh my
W's, bro. Massive W's.
god.
All right. Let's run that.
ring footage.
These are crazy.
Yeah. Santos addresses the whole situation and he has a completely different story. He says nothing happened in the backseat. She was just reaching over for her phone and her mouth just happened to be open.
Okay.
Clearly he thinks it's funny. Ashley
my
then goes on to have a huge falling out with Santos briefly, where she claims he essayed her.
What?
She says, I'm getting everything together. I'm getting videos. I'm getting everything. I got text messages, everything.
Shame.
I got bruises on my arm right now. I got bruises right there. I'm not under his spell no more. I'm not going to play anymore. I
What?
do believe that Ash Trevino can be a terrible person and can be essayed. I don't think that those
Yeah.
two things are mutually exclusive, but I
Yeah.
do think that in this situation, it's very hard to take the allegations seriously
Mhm.
because she'll go and hop on a live stream with Santos after she makes these allegations.
Yeah.
And she's like,
You said I essayed you?
You said that about me.
No, you said I essayed you.
You said that about me.
Did I essay you?
Answer this. You said that about me, yes or no? You said that about me on your live. That's all you said.
they continue to go back and forth before calming down and giggle-gaggling. Because while Santos is arguing, he was in the midst of getting a tattoo, which Ashley jokes that he should get her name tattooed on him. And all is well in the morally bankrupt world that is Ash Trevino. Until 20 hours later, Ashley starts getting emotional on live because Santos had texted her that he can't do this anymore, that the situation has just spiraled out of control. In any event, this sends Ashley into a full-blown orbit, and she goes onto a trip with a bunch of other TikTokers. One of the attendees is a 20-year-old woman who brings along her little brother. Now, this little brother becomes quite a controversy with Ashley.
This is never ending.
Yeah, there's pictures
Right?
of them on
So
this
much.
trip.
There's
It's
so
so
much.
weird. It's like Ashley.
Oh my god. God,
but she's walking
brother.
around the mall, and it's the way that she tries to
Hanging with
act
teenagers.
like she fits in
What?
with a bunch of
Oh my
teenagers when she's
god.
36 and looks, I don't know,
What the hell,
46. No offense.
And they're all young.
They're
TikTokers.
all young. In one moment on the live, she keeps trying to kiss him on the side of the face, which is alarming. And even
Brother, no.
his
That's not-
older
that's
sister
not-
Bree is telling her, like, don't do this. Like, don't kiss my little baby brother. Like, you're too old for him. And then there's
Asherina lore. Oh no. Yeah.
she wants to wear a
Yeah,
dress
the
for easy
whole lore.
access, indicating that she wants Bree's little brother to have
I'm learning, bro.
her. That's the problem, right? Some rumors were going around that he was 16, which would be alarming, right? But he does go on live to further state that he's actually 18. I am inclined to believe that he's 18. It does appear that he's 18, but it's still crazy.
Yeah.
During the night, Ashley is live streaming alone with this guy. She's cuddling him. She's sitting right next to him. He's sitting there facing the camera, looking incredibly uncomfortable, and she's just resting her head on his shoulder. It's just so much is happening. So with her talking about being interested in a 9-year-old when she was 15, her talking about being interested in Santos, who is 19, when she's 36, and then this situation, it's just starting to get weird. Even when she talks about her daughter, if she were to see an older man and lies about her age, she wouldn't call the police. All of this is starting to get very, very strange. I mean, she is, in my personal opinion, a predator, just like the ones that she's dated.
Yeah.
So while all of this is going on, the netizens are
Fully,
reporting
dude.
Ashley and her whole family to CPS,
Let
trying
her
to get
go.
her children in a safe place away from Ashley. And she even admits it. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases.
That's not good. Again, not a flex.
You know why?
Not
My
a
kids are in
flex,
good
but,
hands. My
you
kids
know,
are taken
Ashley,
care
we know.
of. And she says, and the other day, I was laughing because whenever I was on live, well, before I went on live, I actually saw someone else on live. I'm not going to say who, but she was doing the same thing that I do. She was literally feeding her kids, and it's like what I do. And literally people in her comments were like, oh my God, she's such a good mom. You're such a good mom. You're like the best mom and this and that. And I'm like,
Yo, me when I lie.
I do that same stuff with my kids. Y'all
Me when I lie, bro.
bash me. Oh, you're a bad mom. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it like this? Why are you doing it that way? Why are you feeding them like that? My kids were older than hers, and y'all are like praising this female. It's because y'all don't like me, but y'all like her, and that's what it is. That is what it is. In Ash Trevino's world, it is always the viewer's fault, all of this. In another live stream clip, she says, I don't even have my kids right now. So her kids are constantly wanting to stay with her parents, going to their grandparents' home. So they're either with their grandparents, it seems like they're there most of the time, and then Ashley will have them sometimes. And she says, I don't even have my kids right now, and it sucks, and it's because of y'all. I don't have my kids because of y'all. So yeah, they can come back anytime they want, but I just choose not to have them because of y'all. She also cries on live stream.
Yo, I think your stream crashed.
Again?
Yeah, you're not in the share chat no more.
No. You don't like me no more, I swear.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
No. Okay,
We only got like a few more left.
Okay. Let me...
Like 20 minutes left.
20 minutes left. Shit. Okay. Let me... I don't know. My thingy is working just fine right now. Kind of weird though.
It's looking just fine, no?
Yeah. It's working.
Okay, hold on. Let's see like the thing now. Join back into the thing, I guess.
Okay, let me. Okay. Damn. Okay. I don't know. Everything's working fine for some reason on my end. Which is weird. Let me
That is
join.
weird.
Let me chat. We're not showing chat, right? Question.
No, we're not. That's the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, not. Hold on. No. Hold on. Yeah.
Are we now? Are we?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, now we chill.
Oh my god.
Alright. W's in the chat for that one. That W saved. Whatever. Fucking Christ, dude. I'd be saying W for everything. Alright, let's continue.
W.
because one of her top gifters went over to her ex-best friend Heffa's live stream and donated money, and she's sobbing. She's genuine.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to end that live. She stole one of my biggest gifters, bro, and I don't think that's right.
Okay.
As a friend, you should never steal your friend's
Hierarchy, welcome
gifters.
back.
Not when her kid needs to go to the hospital or is throwing up or has a burn. She's crying. She's crying more than when she cried about her late husband, her ex-husband dying.
Who are these donors? Like, who's donating? Who's her top donor?
A lot of people have questions about that. Who are these people?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I feel like there are a lot of causes out there that they could be donating to that don't include Ashley Trevino. Yeah, she's crying that her top gifter, she says, my friend Heffa, because she's the one that got the money.
She has money. Her husband has a trucking company. I have nothing but this.
But you don't spend money on like things. What are you talking about?
Right?
She's
Wiping
wiping
tears
shit.
from her eyes. She stole one of my biggest
for real.
gifters, bro. And I don't think that's right. This is how I support my kids. I don't have their dad's child support no more. He passed away. Do you
You
think
can't even buy a
that
bed.
I asked God to take their dad from them? No, I didn't. Do you think I said, God, please take their dad? No, but he died. Her daughter then comes into the room to tell her, I love you, but you need to quit saying stuff about my dad, okay? She also states that she just started her partying life. She says that everyone is accusing her of being a partier, and she says no. Before this, she was a mom and a wife. She just started partying like just 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Just 5 years ago.
All
No
of
worries
this
about it,
comes
just 5
to
years
a
ago.
tumultuous boil when
What are you talking about?
decides to take her kids onto her very first podcast appearance. She's going to the Bop House, which is a content house for
My God.
No.
Ashley Trevino, what are you doing?
The Bop House.
Out of all places, the Bob House to take your 2 minor kids, I think.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
And Camille is going to interview them. She's a famous OF creator who also has her own controversies. She's the one that was viral for having her brother on the podcast and asking him about what it's like to have a sister who's on OF.
Christian, tell him that it's not that bad having a sister that does.
Oh, it's horrible. No, I couldn't even go on a field trip. Like, I got bullied so much, I couldn't even go on a field trip. Isn't that insane?
And it was just a very, a lot of netizens felt bad for the brother, I guess. I don't know too much about Camille's lore, but Camille does not ease up on Ashley. She asks them, do you think TikTok changed y'all's life for the better or for the worse? Ashley responds,
I can honestly say I've been blessed by TikTok because not only do I get paid with the battles, I get paid with the views. But if I could go back to my life before, where nobody knew who I was, I liked it. I only had like 50 to like 100 views in my lives. And now there's like thousands of people that watch me.
So keep the money, take away the fame.
Literally.
Yo, just unfollow Ash Trevino.
Literally.
Make her not popular at all.
Literally.
She hates it.
Cancel me. Y'all want to cancel me.
Ashley's daughter responds, I feel like I would rather go back to my old life. Yeah, like we have money, but I don't like being online publicly. I'm growing up.
She doesn't like being online publicly?
The daughter?
No. Ash.
Oh, feel like you're lying.
She just said, I don't like... Yo, if she doesn't like being online publicly, then my testicles are also microscopic. Like,
She doesn't like being online, yet she's pulling all these controversies, saying all these bizarre things on live.
what are we
Relevancy.
talking about? You're live like 24/7. What are you talking about?
You
don't
chose
like
to,
being
like
on.
she chose to be on live. Like she took time
Get
and
a
effort,
J
right?
slur. Get a J slur job.
Oh, you said
Get
it, bro.
job. I said it. I know I triggered some people. Yeah. And dude, you don't like being online, but you like the money. Dude, just get a J slur, then quit it. Then you know what I mean?
On
Get an
God.
an O slur, an occupation. What are you doing?
Ooh, he said
Dude, if
slur.
she doesn't like the fame, then I don't like the. No, if she doesn't like the fame, then my penis is like 12 inches big. You know what I mean? Like what are we talking about here?
That's why I'm
Makes it make sense.
In the beginning at school, people noticed my mom, and I got a lot of stares in the cafeteria. So if I could, I honestly would go back to my old life, because being a nobody to people, because that's when I was more confident. I didn't care how I looked. And now since I'm public, I care more about how I look and how I go out and stuff. In Camille's podcast, she says, so I always try to tell everybody that I'm always going to be the villain in their book. This is Ashley. She's saying, I'm always going to be the villain in everybody's book. She says,
you are.
They've already got this
You made
persona that they
yourself
have
one.
of me, and that's just who I am to them.
Portrayed
I've
yourself
raised
as
my
one.
kids since they were born.
Okay.
This is a lie, she said in other live streams that her parents mainly watched her kids.
Yeah, like what are we talking about?
Still to this day, I have never left their side. She claims on the podcast that after the father of her children has passed away in 2023, she accuses his family of coming out online to, quote, get clout. Yeah.
What?
She says that his family are trying to gain clout by bad-mouthing her on the internet.
What?
It doesn't seem that way. It seems like they're just trying to get closure, and like, what are you doing? Stop talking about the girl's father. Like, you don't even, why are you doing this? Like, this is so messy. But she says, as soon as my name started going across the internet, they started coming out with certain stories.
Bro, the
I'm the
delusion.
kid's dad's
Right?
friend. I'm the cousin.
Stuck
I'm
in
the
this
aunt,
whole,
whatever.
like, small
Now they're
world.
trying to get the followers. They're trying to get this. They're trying to get
That is
but in reality,
delusion.
my kids like they should have been.
She delulu
Camille
with her
asks
nunu.
have there been instances where your mother has expressed feelings of jealousy towards you, and how has that affected your relationship with her? Her eldest daughter, H, responds, there's this video going around of my mom being jealous of me when I was little for having a better relationship with my dad than she did.
Right.
And it just looks like Ashley is staring her child down while she's talking. Where Camilla has to be like the one to remind her, I mean, girl, that's his kid. That's his whole kid, not you being jealous of a baby girl.
Right.
Like there's nothing to be jealous of. Meanwhile, Ashley is biting the inside of her cheek, staring her daughter down. Her daughter continues, I mean, I am her daughter. They say I look like her, so there's nothing much different from us. I have more followers than her, so maybe that.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude. Dude,
No way.
what are we doing?
Ashley then takes the mic to do her mom's speech, and it's something that she consistently does. I would like to say that Ashley is one of those people that is not a mom. She's not a good mom. Personally, that's my opinion, but she loves the idea of being a mom. She loves embodying the trauma and obstacles of being a mother and motherhood. She responds, I'm not jealous of her. I'm blessed to be able to give her the life that I've always wanted as a little girl.
You wanted an air mattress?
Even the romantic values that she's teaching her children. In the podcast, they briefly talk about Ashley's newest fling, a man named Max, one of her new boyfriends. And Eve, her daughter, mentions, oh yeah, Max is nice. I like him for now. He seems polite. So Camilla is asking, why is he polite? Like, why do you like him? And E explains that one time Max was calling her mom's phone. E picks up her mom's phone and tells him, hey, my mom's in the other room. And he just tells E, oh, well, could you have her call me back when she gets back in the room? And Camilla's so confused, like, that's it? That's the story? Just basic manners? What do you mean that's why you like him? And then Ashley explains previously Jesse, the one that, the prison boyfriend that she picked up from jail, had called Ashley before. E had picked up, and he flips out on Ashley, screaming at her, don't let your kids pick up the phone next time. He did not want to interact with the kids. Which, why would you stay with someone like that? Side note, later Ash Trevino goes on to live to say that, I just found out today that Max goes both ways. So it's like, bro. And she has this look that indicates yikes.
What? I just found out today that Max goes both ways. Like,
so fucking what, bro? So fucking what?
Right? Damn. What the hell?
So what, gang?
Should have known from the start when you're getting to know the guy.
But not only that, like, yeah, even if he is, so what, dude? Like what?
What's the problem?
Oh, so he's bisexual. Okay, so what's
the issue?
What's the problem
right?
here? It's Pride Month.
Right? Be who you are.
Nah, literally, be who you are, gang. Like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is, gang? Honestly, bro. Like,
she's too entitled and delusional.
yeah, so it's like, bro.
First of all, I don't know how true that information is considering the source is Ash Trevino, but even if it is true, why is she grossed out? Being bisexual is normal. Being a heinous, neglectful...
Completely normal, yeah.
What a sick twisted values are these?
Yeah.
But Ashley
No,
states
honestly, high
that
key.
she and Max are going to get married because I guess this is before she let her homophobia run through, and that he has not in fact smelt her nunu because he is a Christian who is saving himself till marriage. Which all netizens and Camilla are questioning. This is not that that's abnormal or not okay, but it just sounds like an excuse. And perhaps he's using her for money and clout. Because if he is a devout Christian, devout enough to abstain from premarital relations, why would he be interested in Ashley?
Oh, he's in prison too, or
No.
Oh.
And the podcast just goes through a lot of Ashley's wild moments. Like, for example, Ashley just has some bizarre live stream moments. There are moments where she'll pull up a video of herself crying to sad TikTok sounds, and she proudly shows it in the live stream. Like, yeah, I was in pain. And people are so confused.
Okay. Like, okay.
Question mark? Like, what's the issue?
15. Not the
20. Like, I cry because my penis is small. That doesn't mean I show it to everyone. Anyway, I'm just but like, oh my god, dude.
Pressing TikTok audios in the big 2025. I'm sorry, is Sadness in the room with us? She also has a very unique way of flirting, like I said, that is constantly brought up and clipped and is viral all over TikTok. She also loves listening to sad songs. She'll stare off into the distance while playing Spotify and sad songs, trying to be the main character. Things that I did when I was 9 in the car while my mom was driving me to Barnes & Noble's. That's what she's doing at 36 years old on a TikTok live stream. She's sitting there listening to the song Get You the Moon. You know the song that's like, 'cause you are the reason I'm still hanging on.
It's a good song. It's a good
like,
song.
if death was coming for you, I'd give my life for you. And the comments read, and who set this up? This music, I am dead. She's also accused of sending herself flowers while on live.
Oh my god.
She got these flowers from an anonymous suitor of hers, and netizens are commenting, this is me sending myself candy Valentine's Day grams in middle school. Another comment reads, because she gets a little teddy bear with the flowers. The bear is even looking at us like, this is a lie.
The bear looks like an intel.
Ashley also used
the bear knows.
office up
He
until
knows.
December
It's
of
stuck there.
2024. People didn't know that. People thought that she was a full-time TikToker for the longest time because she was talking about how she worked at a dentist's office. The practice was sold to new management that was going to come in, and some of the new managers were Indian American.
He gave us an option to stay with the new owners or leave. And I chose to leave because they were Indians.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we're just being racist now.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So she's also racist too, not only homophobic.
Add that to the list
Wait.
of Astrovino.
No, like add that onto the list as to why she's a shitty human being.
No, the list is going on and on. It's a long
The list
list.
is a long list, bro.
I'm just not.
Yeah, she's racist.
That is
She-
disgusting.
Literally, on one live stream, she was teaching her daughter slurs for all the races and ethnicities. It was
What?
really bad. Yeah. We're
You can't really find one good thing about this person.
no.
She's doing worse.
But it's not true. She did not quit. Not that it makes her statement less racist, more acceptable, less deplorable, nothing. She actually continued working at the dentist's office until December of 2024. She was fired because netizens pulled clips of her doing, I don't know, any one of her heinous things and sent it to her bosses. She was let go. There are allegations that she has bed bugs. She's in bed live streaming one day and a bug just crawls around her on the pillow, inside the pillowcase. Now, it's unclear if it's a roach or a bed bug, but it is clear that Ashley notices and she tries to get up. She acts super nonchalant about it instead of freaking out or even addressing it. Later, she's asked if she has bed bugs, and she says on the podcast, no, it was like a beetle or something. Again, what these people need to realize is I do live in a duplex. I have neighbors. So with that, whatever they have, it does transfer over. But I don't have like roaches or anything. No. She's asked.
Why is she deflective over that, dude?
No,
Yeah,
I
over
haven't
anything
found
else?
any. That was a beetle. But of course, people take one little thing, let it be a flea on your leg, and they're going to say it's something else. And again, that's why I'm moving. Because my landlord, I feel like for what I pay for there, I can literally find a place, a house somewhere. I want a 4-bedroom and 2.5 bath. I already have my mindset on what I want. Netizens disagree. They argue it does not look like a beetle, not even remotely, and it's just odd that instead of screaming or freaking out, because if you have the occasional bug, you start screaming and freaking out.
Yeah,
But the
like,
fact that she just hides the bug from the camera
yesterday,
and tries
I
to
was
play it off
freaking the
is
hell
very
out.
strange. In the interview with Camilla, as a joke, asks her if she's ever had a fake bag because there were rumors that her LV bags were fake. Ashley seems genuinely irked, and she says,
They literally think my Louis are fake. I can pull up the receipt right now if you want to see it. I can log into my Louis account right now.
Oh, she got an account.
I got a YSL account,
Okay,
Gucci,
period.
and Louis.
She also talks about how at their age, she, Ashley, did not have a Gucci bag like her daughters. So she bought them a Gucci bag for hitting, I believe, 1 million 1 million followers.
You know what? I might have not had a Gucci bag, but I had their dad, okay?
I think she's trying to say she didn't need a Gucci bag because she was in love and in a happy relationship. But that's really weird because why are you comparing that with your daughters? But it also feels so wrong because he recently passed away and the girls are clearly still grieving. It's a very bizarre thing to say.
Yeah.
It's very disgusting.
Meanwhile, she states that some of her kids' friends are not allowed to come over anymore. This is in the podcast. She says because, quote, their parents don't feel comfortable because my address is leaked. Then why do you feel comfortable with your kids being there? Camilla asks Ashley straight up, so you don't feel any sort of guilt or sadness that they've lost friends because of it and they've expressed that? No, because it's not even for that reason, to be honest. I feel like some of their friends are jealous because of the life that they have.
What?
Camilla asks Ashley's children, do you think that maybe sometimes she can exploit situations to get views? I'm gonna be real, yeah. Ashley disagrees. She says if anything, she wants to protect her kids. To which E brings up the time that Ashley asked for Galaxy donations if they want to know about her health conditions.
medical
And Ashley
history.
says, oh yeah, but that was like a while back though, and you weren't even in the hospital. E also goes on to state, quote, honestly, sometimes I feel like it's weird for girls to go for younger guys, but like it's weird for my mom. She's 36 and she gets with people in their teens. Santos actually lied about his age. He said he was 22, but he's actually 19. Eventually, Camille sends the kids out of the room so that she can talk to Ashley alone. And she says, Santos was caught licking your haunted rose on live.
And he licked your rose toy. Why did he do that?
Because Santos is a freak. Santos sleeps with everybody.
Did he sleep with you?
Am I supposed to answer that truthfully?
Yes.
Truthfully?
Yes. Did Santos sleep with you? Did you sleep with Santos, actually?
So, yes, we have done stuff.
Okay.
Two separate occasions.
With a 19-year-old boy.
I didn't know he was 19 at the time.
So this is before you knew?
Yes.
Claimed before you knew?
Literally. Like, we did it twice, and it was literally before Christmas, so...
Side note, Santos addresses these allegations of being intimate with Ashley in a separate live, and he says, I never hit the new. Ever, ever, ever. We said I want new.
The curse new.
We're not joking around. I never did that. Like, you have to understand. I walked into her room one time and the bean dip was right next to the rose toy. So I'm assuming she eats while she plays, and I don't like that. That's nasty. Like, every time I had to Febreze everywhere. I had to shove toilet paper in my nose. I would never, ever, ever get near that new ever, and that's on arrogant.
The bean dip next to the rose toy.
The bean dip next to the rose toy is crazy. Oh, she's a lol cow, bro. She's a lol cow. Did your stream crash again?
I think just the share chat.
Oh. Oh, gang.
Oh my
That's
god.
clever. Yeah, join back and I'll start again if you want.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna cry, dude. So... The bean dip next to the rose toy. Oh, that's foul. That's fucking foul. I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
He says that.
That is crazy.
That's his whole spiel. So Camille starts firing off the tough questions. If TikTok banned you tomorrow, how would you make money? What's your plan B? I have other socials that I'm working on right now, and I have other collabs coming up. Okay, care to leak the collab that you have coming up? A good one. It's a YouTube video, so just know that there's going to be like 20 guys. No other crazy revelations happen in the podcast. It's just a mess. At one point, Camille, after H, talks about how she doesn't like her mom's newest prison husband that she's actually divorcing, Noe Trevino. Camille says, y'all, to the girls, y'all just come live with us. Which H says, yes, please. But Ashley starts joking, well, now you have 2 new members. Ashley might have just been saying this without realizing the implication, but it's pretty bad. Camille is part of the Bop House, which, like I said, is a group of OF models that live in a house together to film content, 18+ content. So Camille saying, come live with us, sounds very much like, I think we can take care of you better than your mom can. Just live with us, because that sounds miserable. Meanwhile, Ashley says, you have 2 new members, implies that they would be members of the Bop House, which is a content house for explicit creators.
That is
and it freaked Camille out. Like, she doesn't even know what to say. She's like, what did this lady just say? This is crazy.
That is foul.
I have 2 new members. And probably the most explosive question in the entirety of the podcast is when Camille asks, question,
foul,
do the
dude.
kids have beds? H responds, well, I don't live with my mom. At your mom's house then, do you have a bed? No. I'm going to zail you. I'm going to give you money. I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today. And I'm going to insert the clip of the receipt here. And Ashley is explaining there's a whole story behind that. She's trying to explain that
poor kids, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And she couldn't go out in public. And Camilla's like, oh,
I feel so bad for them, bro.
Literally. No, like, I really don't. Like, if I go out, I'm going to get noticed. And if I don't have my security guard, I'm not going anywhere. Later in the episode, Ashley still brags about how much money she makes, and she starts giggling, and Camilla says, and her kids still don't have a bed, so what's so funny, Ashley?
Imagine having a mother like that. Oh, like, nah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
dude. I'll tell you that right now.
Holy shit. They're living with her op, dude.
It's at like 7
like, imagine living with your opposition.
Million views. Ashley is pretty upset about this podcast.
Disgusting.
She alleges
No
that
words can
Camille
express.
received like $60,000 for this
Alligators
podcast.
and crocodiles
sure
take their
that
offerings way better than that.
from.
Exactly.
Yes, and alligators like fucking ditch their kids. Literally, bro.
Preach.
I didn't see any.
That's what I'm saying. I'm actually gonna I'm pinning that.
Are you pinning that? Oh, you're pinning that.
I'm pinning that. Yeah. W my bebeko. Oh my god.
The embedded endorsements or anything of that sort. I don't know if she's implying that she made $60,000 off of ad revenue, which is kind of crazy. But she said that she had known, if she had known that Camille was going to name the podcast the worst mom on TikTok, she would have never sat down for the podcast. She says, because I'm not the world's worst mom. And I'm
yes,
there were times during that podcast that I wanted
at least to know
because it got so hard on me, and I didn't. I just said, you know what? You got to say what you got to say. So I did. There were questions asked that I didn't feel comfortable with, but I still answered it. And like I told her, and I don't know if she
really
put it
nice
in the podcast.
That's just called a good, like you still answer the question. That you don't have to answer the question
every day.
You do not have to answer this question, but you did, and you were truthful about it, and you're just a fucking shitty human being.
Oh god.
Next time, y'all better watch Nick Crowley. Yeah, I'll be down for that.
Yeah, I'm down. Next collab, hit me up.
Next collab. Oh my god.
The next collab.
Sunday, give my life to God 100%, and you will still see me the same way you see me right now. A bad mom, alcoholic, whatever you want to call me.
Because you are.
Ugly, whatever. Y'all are still going to see me in that way, even if I change my life. And if you don't like me for who I am, then I can't change that about
No. Okay. Like I said again, right? Changing, sure, whatever, but you can never undo the past, right? Remember the paper, the paper little analogy I showed you guys, right? You crumple up a piece of paper, right? And you unfold it. That's gonna be like that's like if you crumple a piece of paper and you undo it and say fucking sorry to it, it's not gonna be better, right? You can try your best to make that piece of paper clean again. It's not gonna be the same, right? You can change your ways as much as you want, right? But the past is always gonna be the past. However, despite that, you can still change the future, right? You can still change yourself in the future. You just don't want to change, Ashley Trevino. You do not want to change.
God,
you want to keep staying the same person you are and complain your fucking fat mouth, right? And keep treating your fucking daughters like shit, right? You do not want to change because you're too lazy to change, right?
Right.
You're
And then,
incapable of change.
right. And you're proud of that too, because all the CPSs, you flexed that, okay? You flexed that you had 20 or plus more, or even more than 20. We don't even know.
Probably more. Yeah, we don't know at this point, gang. Like you flex them, you catch them like shiny Pokemon cards, and you like show it off. Right?
Oh
you like show it off. That's what you're doing, okay? Like you're not a good mother, right? you can change, but you just don't want to. You are incapable of that. You are incapable of seeing yourself from the like as a shit person that you are, right?
Oh God.
Crying about it online does not do you any good.
Right? It's not
Holy
gonna
fucking
change
shit, dude.
anything. Oh my
No.
God. Like she thinks it's gonna change. You're gonna
Mhm.
think the viewers would like see a different perspective, but no, she keeps doing
Yeah.
it. It's so funny how the only fangirl trying to justify what she does is okay.
Okay, actually, no. Move into their place. Yeah. The OnlyFans girl actually like named the worst mom on TikTok as well. So I think I guess I don't watch that fucking podcast, right? I think she was kind of slandering her with Ashley Daughter's dog. Yeah, that is also insane. Yeah.
Right?
I don't yeah. I don't think yeah. This is this is fucking
No
insane,
words, just
dude.
no words. No more.
There's no words
Because
here. I
I
don't know.
probably
What to
don't
say.
like you anyways. Ashley is very upset with Camille, but also with her viewers. She says,
So for those of y'all that call CPS on me, remember
she's
she's not in
orange.
my custody right now. Why do you think she doesn't live with me right now?
She's super
Y'all are gonna
orange.
get my parents in trouble. So when y'all want to call CPS, y'all think about that. It's not me getting in trouble. It's my parents. Y'all think I only fight battles on TikTok? I fight them personally every day. As much as it hurts me because I wish my baby lived with me.
No, the fuck you don't. You only want her to live with you so you can make content off of her. You fucking stupid
Right?
bitch.
Oh my
Right?
God.
You
And
do
grade
not.
them. Don't care
Yeah,
two shits
you
about them
do
and
not.
shit.
Yeah,
Right?
you do not give
Oh my
two
God.
shits. You do not give two
Right?
shits, dude.
Send the
How about
galaxy
you?
for my baby girl's house. Oh.
Yeah. It's like blobfish wearing makeup. That's fucking foul. That's hilarious. But no.
Good right now. And that's our decision. Okay?
she also
Okay.
says, and the irony just whooshes straight over her head. She says, but again, Camille and the Bop House, they do stuff for views. You got to remember that. She's an influencer. She does stuff for the views because she gets paid off the views. She also says
Camille's
that she should have
brother.
asked Camille for payment
Yeah, it was
had she
sad
known that she was
too
going to get
how
that
the
deep
brother
into
felt
it.
about it.
It appears that the
From all
podcast
the
made the girls
TikTok
very upset with their
lives
mother,
and
to which
clips.
she goes on live to
You
talk
can see him
about
crying
it.
and she's like,
Ashley
"Oh,
has
I'm doing it
sad
for
music
finance."
playing in the background and says,
No one said it would ever be easy being a mom. Right now is the time I wish their dad was alive. And I know she acts out because he's not here no more and she hasn't coped with her dad gone.
Oh, here come the crocodile tears.
Because she cried for him last night. My mom
The
told me.
right,
She didn't
like
get to tell him
crocodile
why. He
tears.
passed away when she wasn't there.
Trying to make
she's trying to
excuses,
imply
but
that her
without
kids acting out
accountability.
against her and blocking her on
Oh my
TikTok
God.
is because they're upset that their father passed away, so they're acting out in general, and it has nothing to do with her being
No,
a
you're all
mom.
good. You're all good.
There is some
We're
back and
crashing
forth
out
between
too in the
Ashley and Camille, which
process.
I don't think is significant compared to all of the types of people that Ashley has been dating. And I think the Ashley lore could go on for 4 more episodes, but I won't subject you to that. But they're
Please, Ron Mango, don't.
not purchasing beds for
I
the
think we
kids
heard
yet.
enough.
Ashley claims Camille is a liar. She's not purchasing the beds. Camille is claiming, I told you to send me the beds and you haven't sent me the ones that they wanted. So like, what do you want me to do? Camille also states that Ashley requested to stay a night longer and charged over $1,000 at the Ritz-Carlton to Camille's credit card. Ashley says, no, I have the credit card statements. It charged my card. And then Camille is saying, because I told you I would pay you back. Like, I'm not going to give you my credit card, so I'm reimbursing you. It's the whole thing. Most netizens are supporting
So
Camille.
she got
Others
beef
think
with
that Camille should not have
OF
invited
creator
Ashley's
too.
The
daughters
OF
to the
creators.
infamous
Oh
Bop
my
House, a house
God.
known to be a place where OF creators collaborate and make content. Some netizens comment, Camille needs to take responsibility. She is the one that invited the minors to the Bop House just to humiliate their situation more and bring up old wounds. I would be uncomfortable too. Others bring up Camille's past podcast with her brother, saying she's not that great of a person either. But I don't really know. Another one reads, Camille humiliated all of them. She may have said all those things just to get back at Ash, but those kids didn't need to be there. So netizens are just kind of confused on how bad of a mom can still have a platform and keep making more accounts. And more than that, still have people donating. That doesn't make sense.
Again, it goes back to the thing I said.
I feel like this is like a new age now. You know, like someone can actually air out all of these laundries 24/7, and you can peek into someone's.
Because this is technically, this is reality show. This is what reality shows strive to be. This is actually real, though, unfortunately, right? unfortunately,
Yeah.
this is just what the sphere is now, right? Because people are live streaming everything, so it's all real life, and people want reality shows, right? But reality shows, as we know it, are fake, obviously. But this one is real, right? And so they're gonna
Yeah.
subscribe to that. And not only that, but they're gonna keep egging on. Like the thing I said before, they're gonna keep egging on people like Astravino, other lol cows as such as her, right? Like fucking what's her fucking name? I don't even know. Like Chris Chan as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
egg on
yeah.
these people because they want to see them spiral more. You know what I mean? They want to see them spiral more, and they want to see this shit happening way more. Right?
More
It's just that's just the
receipts.
way. That's just the way it kind of goes with this kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? That's
Unfortunately.
why, unfortunately, she will always still have some sort of a platform, right? That's why people like even Logan Paul right now have a platform, right? They're too big to fail. Logan Paul has a platform where he's too big to fail, whereas
Yeah.
people like her, Ash Trevino, are too not entertaining. I don't want to use the term entertainment. Too like funny to look at and like look at their life, right?
She's funny to
Because
look
it's like a
at.
screen, right? It's like a screen, and they just subscribe to the idea that they can kind of like dictate how their life goes. You know what I mean? They're not gonna
Yeah,
let her go. Like
Maggie.
that's another thing why Astravino can't change, right? It also has to do with like the viewers. She's so engrossed in the idea of acting the way she does and doing her antics, where she will lose her fucking money and she will lose her viewership, which she will, because again, she's famous for this reason, right? And so she's going to keep doing this bullshit, right? Or she feels that she can't change as well because she's not going to get viewers and stuff like that. She's so engrossed into numbers and stuff, she forgot how to be a mom as well. I don't think she was
Literally.
ever a good mom, don't get me wrong. But I think, you know what I mean? Because she has an ideal, but she doesn't follow it.
Preach, gang,
Yeah.
preach.
Yeah. Basically, a little bit of yap sesh.
Oh my god, this is actually happening.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, these TikTok live streams are so scary. And people are saying that it might I will say that a lot of people are treating the situation as a hee hee ha ha lol cow internet
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. See, yo,
Basically,
me and
right?
Stephanie,
about some
same
of the things
wavelength.
Ashley Trevino did. I thought it was going to be on our mom's channel because it seemed like people were just making fun of her making rap songs like "My New New," "Does It Stink," "Does It Smell," stuff like
Oh
that.
god, that's so
But it's really serious. And one comment that highlights that is all the CPS cases for Gabriel Fernandez were closed. Let that sink in. That means absolutely nothing. Can you imagine the
Gabriel
horror stories
Fernandez,
these
RIP
girls
to
have
him
since they
too.
were little?
Mm-hmm.
And with that, that is today's episode. What are your thoughts on Ash Trevino?
Oh
I know
my
that I wasn't
god.
able to encapsulate
That's too much
all of
lore, too much in my head.
So much lore,
In
bro.
my head.
So much lore.
Oh my god. What do you think, Yuri? Since this is your first impression.
Hold on 1 second. I need to. Bro. The fuck did I watch, bro?
The whole lore of Ash Trevino in 2
Unfortunately, yeah.
hours. Years. Okay, I'd be a better mom. Oh, you'd be a better mom. I think anyone would be a better mom than Ash Trevino at this point. Better
Yeah,
parent
I think.
figure.
Dude, my penis can be a better mom. Like, what are we
What the?
doing?
That's a schlong. Schlong mention?
Dude.
No. It's okay. Anything or anyone can be a better mom than Ash Trevino. At least you don't
Yeah.
eat Cheetos and bean dip every day and buy them every day, $800, and then you put them beside your Rose toy. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Okay. My impressions of her is what everyone's impression basically is. Very fucking terrible mother, like a really bad mom. That her kids deserve way, way, way better. Right?
Super duper
If
better.
you're like a, dude, my heart goes out to those kids, man. Like, just the horror stories that they must have gone through, right? For a mom who also spends again 800 USD on fucking bean dip, right?
And chips. Oh.
And for her to buy all these Louis bags and all this shit, right? on top of that, then finding out that like they're not even, you know what I mean, like they're like sleeping on an air mattress, right?
Right. Right.
And just having this really, really, really bad fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you, getting because it's like you're prioritizing yourself more than your kids, and it's more like the kids should feel more safe, but they don't even feel safe with their mom, doxing them
Yeah.
where they are and shit.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, dude. And dude, I'm not even. I'm also gonna put this out there that like, okay, if your financial situation is bad, and your kids are sleeping on a mattress and stuff like that, but listen, that's a completely different scenario entirely, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem here is that she is literally bawling. She makes approximately $300,000 a year just from TikTok lives, right? She is not
Literally.
suffering from money whatsoever. She makes bands, right? She lives very, very, very comfortably, right? Just by making.
Mm.
Matter of fact, she apparently made like $12,000 in 2 hours, right? Which
Yeah,
is a
crazy.
car. That is a car, right? That is a car.
Broom,
And
broom.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that is a car. And the fact that she has this kind of money and she's treating her fucking daughters like shit and completely unrelated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
entitlement.
it's
That's
just for
that's the
content.
definition,
It's also like
right?
entitlement, dude. Like it's like that's really disgusting. Really bad money management.
Yeah, that
That's another
too.
thing. Yeah, that's fully bad money management as well. And it's like I cannot fathom being this type of person. You know what I mean? I could not
Yeah.
fathom just this level of narcissism and self-centeredness and main character energy where you use your children as a fucking tool for content,
For
right?
clout.
That's something I will always be against, right? Like as a content creator myself, I do not see a world where I will ever use my kids, if I have any, as like a fucking source of content, right? Maybe the occasional,
Right.
oh, here's my kid and whatnot, right? But like if you're using your kid as for content, that is disgusting behavior. And I do not subscribe to that idea or notion whatsoever. If you're a person that uses your kid as content, I'm sorry, but that is behaviors that I do not like, right?
Preach, preach. Literally
Yeah.
any family YouTube channel I do not like. Like
Mm.
because it always
Yeah.
something happens, bro.
The
Something.
fucking royal family or whatever. Yeah, I don't mess with that. Yo, dude. Not only that, right? But like endangering your kids by like dating these people who have been fucking accused of sexual assault and like actual heinous
To
crimes, like
kids
murder
too.
as well,
Oh my
right?
god.
Like, dude, and
Mhm.
laughing at children dying, right? Like with real life, like, dude, I do that for a bit in like video games, but that's because they're not real, right? It's a video game, but if it's
Yeah,
like
but this
real
is a
life,
different story.
like there's a difference of like like there's a time and place, right? Two people
Yeah.
died, right? A 13-year-old died. You're laughing at their death. Fucking disgusting behavior, actually. Like I do not subscribe to that
And
notion
they're
at
the
all.
same age as your kids. Like, how could you laugh at that when you have kids of your own?
Like dude, I would just constantly try to put myself in people's shoes where I'm like, oh my god, dude, like if that were my kid, I'm so lucky that like my kid isn't going through this shit. Like I would be so heartbroken, right? I mean I already am, just like hearing about kids dying. No one should. I get really sad when people who are young, like really young, die because
Mm.
like they didn't get to live out their whole life. They didn't get to develop right into the person they were, right? So like I really do feel for people who lose their lives early on, right? It's always
Yeah,
a really sad thing. That's why I get really sad hearing about children dying or anything like that, at least in real life, right?
definitely.
Um, this just kind of shows you the kind of person this bitch is, really. Uh,
Disgusting.
yeah. Chat,
Foul.
chat. Follow us if you think Ash Ravino needs to hit the Stairmaster. Follow us on Twitter if you think she needs to go on a diet a little bit. You know what I mean? Follow us if you think she needs to eat something. She needs to feed her kids a healthy meal other than
And give them a
fucking bean
bed.
dip.
Give them a
And shout out,
bed.
yeah, yo, shout out to air mattresses though.
CW
This stream is brought to you by Fritos Bean Dip.
Fritos Bean Dips and maybe Sleep Country with their mattresses. Get them a mattress.
Yes. Yeah. The Walmart air mattress, bro.
Hell yeah. Any mattress, really. They're
Yeah,
mentioned.
any kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, gang. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, gang.
Dude, yo, what a that was a W reaction stream. Honestly, high key. It's a W having Disco here. I always love collaborating with my Cody right here. This is my homie, right? Everybody, shout out Disco.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Yuri. Follow him too, gang. Give him all the love and support. He's almost there. You know when you're.
We're all gonna be there, bro. Trust me. And yo, for any VTubers in chat, V League is still having registration. You know what I mean? It is still open. Go ahead and register, right? Participate in the tournament. Blow that bitch up, retweet. Trust me.
Yeah.
We're gonna go places. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For support,
Okay.
click, follow. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Who do we follow? Who do we rate chat? Let's go rate someone. Let's see who's live right now. Huh. Oh, Blarg is live. I'm gonna go raid Blarg. Blarg's a W gangster, right? Okay, tell her be like, yo, you're a raid. Whoa, what's good, shorty? And just be like that. Alright. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Be like, yo, what's good, original gangsters? Be like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean?
You're right. Okay, we'll raid.
Exactly. Yeah, massive raid. Bye.